Yes, people, what's going on? Let's get a little bit closer to the camera. Welcome back to Inside Boxing Brain. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment below and like this video. Now, this video is a reaction and breakdown to the fight last night between Mikaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner. Here we go. Now, this was the first all-women's boxing card in history. So it was great to see the women actually put on a spectacular show. I watched the whole card, and from the bottom of the card to the top of the card, it was absolutely stacked with real competitive fights, real wars, and, you know, hats off to all the women who performed last night because they all did themselves justice, and they should all be absolutely proud of themselves. Having said that, I am very disappointed and I completely disagreed with the result of this fight. Now, I've been looking at the reaction online, Instagram especially, and thousands of fans are in complete agreement with me in regards to the outcome of this fight. Now, yes, it has to be said that the fight was very, very competitive. From the first round to the third round, both women were very cagey. You could tell that they didn't want to open up. They had tight guards and they were really just trying to find their distance to try and set the pace so that they could get their combinations off and land the punches that were going to score and win them the rounds. Now, if I try and highlight the key strengths and weaknesses of each fighter and how they played out within that match, I would have to say that Alicia Baumgardner was definitely letting off more power punches, and she was letting off more combination punches. That was a key strength of hers within the fight. Now, just because she was letting off these punches in bunches doesn't necessarily mean that they were all landing. The more clinical, clean-cut boxing was coming from Mikaela Mayer. Now, one thing that I really liked about her game is that she continuously fought behind the jab. She actually outlanded in terms of jabs, I think 3-1. That was the ratio. So she clearly won the battle of the jabs. Now, overall, as we mentioned in our previous video, total punches landed does not win fights. Fights are scored round by round. It's a 12-round fight. And having watched it back today, it's currently out on YouTube right now in HD, so you can go and watch that. I really think that the wrong decision was given here, and Mikaela Mayer deserved to win that fight. Alicia Baumgardner didn't hurt the champion at any point in the 12 rounds. She didn't dominate her and make her look like she was completely outclassed. And she didn't set the pace and dominate her from round 1 to round 12. There was no point within that fight where I said and felt that the tide was really changing direction and Alicia Baumgardner had really taken control of the fight. Yes, she landed a few good combination and counter punches, but nothing substantial for me as a fan, as a spectator, to think, oh my god, wow, the champion is really getting outclassed, and you know, she is in far too deep. Alicia's levels above her. Not at one point in the 12 rounds did I feel that that was the case. Now, when the scorecards were read out at the end of the match, end of the fight, it was really confusing. One of the judges had it completely in favour of Mikaela Mayer. One of the other judges had it by 1 point in favour of Alicia Baumgardner. And the third judge had it marginally, again, in favour of Alicia Baumgardner. So it makes me think there needs to be some consistency in terms of what judges are looking for in the ring. And that needs to be communicated to fighters before the fight. This is what we're looking for. Because there's too much margin for error. Like, what are different judges looking for? What are they marking down? Is it ring generalship? Is it letting off power punches? Is it controlling the centre of the ring? Is it beating your opponent to the jab every time? What are they scoring and what are they looking for? And I think that a way for us to clean up the game and get the better results and cleaner results would A, be to actually have a VR system which counts the number of punches landed, and that is then given to the judges at the end of each round so that they can make an informed decision. I'm not saying that they give the round to whoever landed more, because sometimes someone could get a knockdown in that round and that'll be a 10-8 round. But it has to be fair. There has to be some type of analytics behind the point system rather than just based on feeling and perception of a judge who is essentially watching it live, and there's so much margin for human error. You know, the audience, the crowd can be swaying there, how they're judging the fight, as well as the angle of which they're sitting at and looking at. Is the ref just in front of them at that time? So this was a bad decision for boxing once again. I'm not going to say it was a robbery, because the fight was close. I had it 6 rounds to 4 for Michaela Mayer. And yes, you can say that when it's such a close fight, it could have gone either way, which is why I'm not protesting the fact that it was a complete robbery. What I am saying is that a rematch needs to happen, and both these women need to get into the ring once again to really have it out, because they were very apprehensive of one another. Not at one point in the fight did they plant their feet and really start letting the punches go. It was very much Michaela Mayer fighting on the outside, keeping that jab going, double jab, right hand. And then Alicia Baumgardner, on occasion, would counter her jab with an overhand left hook, right hand, left hook, right hook, and try and get the action flowing. But a lot of these punches were bouncing off the arms and completely missing, so Michaela had really good head movement. I would love to see this fight again. I think women's boxing need to see this fight again. Whether it's a rematch or we have a trilogy, I don't care. But we need to see these two women get in the ring again. Alicia Baumgardner did not dominate Michaela Mayer in the way she said she would. And all the hype before the fight, for her to just come out blatantly say, I am not giving you a rematch, makes me think in her heart of hearts, as a champion, she feels like she only marginally got away with the victory. And if she does it again, Michaela Mayer is going to know exactly how to fight her to get the win. So guys, I'm interested to know what you think. Did you watch the fight last night? Do you think the right woman won? Did Alicia Baumgardner dominate her? Or do you think that it was just fractional and marginal victory for Alicia? And do you think it was a robbery? Drop me a comment below in terms of what you think. It's Inside Boxing Brain. We'll be back for another video very soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content, and I look forward to speaking to you all very soon. Peace out. Boom, boom, boom.